exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the What a Juice channel. Before we get into what I'm actually going to be talking about today, you may notice something different with the way that I look. I got new glasses. Yeah, I got new frames. I had to get a new prescription. I had a severe change in my right eye. So like I was becoming even more blind. You know how I joke sometimes about how if I don't have my glasses on, I'm completely blind. That's not much of a joke, really. It's basically true at this point. And I've even done some videos on it on the channel of not being able to see while I'm playing the game. So I just wanted to say, just take a look. How do I look? Oh, and I want to say, by the way, if you notice, like if I look down like this and you notice, I don't know if that's coming through on the camera or not, but I do have blue light into these lenses. So if you notice like a blue film going over my eyes, that's just the blue light. So coming off of the screens and the stuff. So I figured I'd mention that since you're probably going to be seeing it if I look down or something like that. So, but that's not really what we're here to talk about today. As much fun as it would be to talk about my glasses, we're here to talk about the greatest football player to ever step onto a gridiron retiring from the game. Now, most people on this channel know, if you've ever even stepped foot on this channel, you know I am a big New England Patriots fan. I got the Super Bowl against the Falcons shirt right here, the 28-3 comeback. I've got every single championship ring they've ever had as a replica in my room upstairs. So I've got everything. I'm as much of a Patriots fan as you'll ever see. And Tom Brady is the reason for that. When I was a kid, I've told this story a couple of times, but I'll tell it once again. When I was a kid, I wanted to pick a football team. I wanted to pick my favorite team. My brother had picked the Dolphins for his favorite team. So I was like, I want to have a favorite team. So I was watching football that day. I think it probably was a Sunday. And I saw the Patriots on TV, and I saw Tom Brady. And my brother was like, yeah, that's Tom Brady. He's one of the best players in the league. And if you don't know, my brother's like 5 years older than me. So I was like, that's my favorite team. I want to be the Patriots. And this is probably around the 2006 mark. So I would have been like 6 or 7 years old, probably 7 years old at this point. So I was like, that's who I want. I want to be a Patriots fan. And I've been a Patriots fan ever since. Yes, probably a lot of people think that I bandwagon the Patriots because at that point they've already won 3 Super Bowls. And in a couple seasons, maybe even a year after I became a fan, they go to the Super Bowl and lose the undefeated season to the Giants. We don't have to get into that. But so a lot of people assume that I bandwagoned it. I don't think I bandwagoned it. But especially since I've been a Patriots fan ever since, and I've been a Patriots fan in losing seasons. They don't really have a lot of losing seasons. But they did have one in 2020, and they had this one where they got knocked out in the division round. So, like, not everything is good for the Patriots, and I'm still a fan. I didn't bandwagon the Buccaneers when Brady went there. I still appreciate Tom Brady, and I still like Tom Brady, but I didn't root for the Buccaneers to win anything. I respected Tom Brady winning that Super Bowl, but I didn't become a Buccaneers fan when Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers, and I didn't get the half Patriots half Bucks jersey that a lot of people, that's just disgusting. Why would you want to do that? But anyway, Tom Brady retiring is probably one of the most sad moments of my life. I never really thought this would happen. I tweeted this out when I heard the news. I tweeted out that I never really thought this would actually happen, We all joke about how Tom Brady's going to play till he's 100 years old. He's never going to retire. He's going to be a cyborg. He's going to be playing with Patrick Mahomes' son or daughter or whatever we get to in 50 years from now. And I mean, like, for it to actually be happening is very shocking. Like, I'm still kind of numb at the reaction or at the announcement. Like, it still doesn't even feel real. It's almost the kind of same situation. Now, I don't take this the wrong way, but it's not on the level, but it's got the same kind of feeling as when Kobe Bryant tragically passed away a couple years ago in the helicopter crash. Now, I'm not comparing this at all. This is a totally different, separate thing. But I'm just saying, I was numb when that happened because I couldn't actually believe that Kobe Bryant was what passed away. I was like, oh no, he didn't. It's just rumors. It's just people trying to make news. He's gonna tweet something out and he's gonna be fine. And we all know that it wasn't the case. But so I'm just saying that feeling that I had is similar to how I have the feeling now with hearing Tom Brady's actually retiring. Like I'm feeling like, oh, Tom Brady's gonna announce. I'm just messing around. I'm gonna be back for next season. I'm still gonna be in the NFL. Like I feel numb at the fact that I'm never gonna be able to watch Tom Brady play football again. And I also, one of my biggest sports regrets is to never have seen Tom Brady play live. I've watched Tom Brady millions of times on TV. I've never had the chance to go to an actual NFL game and watch Tom Brady play. I've been to Patriots Place. I've been to Foxborough. I've been to Gillette Stadium, but it was not during a game. And so I never got to see Tom Brady actually physically play football live. And that's one of my biggest sports regrets in my life because that would have been one of the best times of my life. So Tom Brady officially retiring from the league. Gronkowski will probably make it official either today or tomorrow or sometime. He may have already done it by the time this video goes up live, but I don't know. It's just it's pretty crazy. I don't even know how to feel about it. I'm still pretty numb. It's just weird, and I know that, at least I hope in my heart, that Tom Brady will sign a one-day contract with the Patriots to retire as a Patriot. I always had thought that would be the case once we found out that he was actually going to leave to go to Tampa Bay. I always thought, when he eventually does retire, whenever that is, he'll probably sign. I would hope he would sign a one-day contract or a one-week contract or whatever it is and go out as a Patriot because he's going to go in the Hall of Fame, best known for being a Patriot. The Patriots wouldn't be the Patriots without Tom Brady. Like, it's just the Patriots and Tom Brady are one in the same. You can't have one without the other at this point. They're two synonymous. I mean, yeah, the Patriots went to 2 Super Bowls in the 80s and 90s, but they got beaten in both of them and they got the doors blown off against the Bears. So, yeah, they had some success in the early stages before Brady, and they had success before, like in the 70s, and I guess you could count it as success. No Super Bowls, but they didn't start to get success until 2000s when TB12 stepped onto the field. So it's a lot to process at this point. I don't want this video to be like super sad because it's not like he passed away. He's just not going to be playing professional football anymore. So it's just a weird feeling to know that I'm never going to be able to see Tom Brady actually play live, and to know that I'm not going to be able to watch him anymore is pretty crazy. So let me know down below what you guys think. It's pretty shocking, to say the least. Like, I did not think that this is what I'd be seeing today. I did not think that, at least, I didn't think he would go out this way, basically. Like, I didn't think he'd go out, knowing what I know about Tom Brady and how competitive he is. I certainly did not think he'd want to go out on a loss, and a loss that was so close. He was coming back. He made this tremendous comeback, similar to the Falcons Super Bowl. He made this tremendous comeback down 27-3 against the Rams, and he almost did it. His defense and the injuries just kind of let him down on the Bucks. The Bucks had a injury-riddled season, and the defense in the end just let him down a little bit. But he almost did it, so I just thought he can't go out like that. He's got to go out somewhat on top. So he'll be back next season. He'll come back and he'll make the playoffs again, and he'll do something crazy. I mean, he's an MVP candidate this year. What other 45-year-old has ever been an MVP candidate? So I mean, I didn't think that the competitor inside him would let this be, but I also know that he's a family man. He cares almost more about his family than he does about football. So, and that's a crazy thing to say because he cares a lot about football. But he said that he was going to sit down with Giselle and his family and talk about this, and so they obviously came to this conclusion that he was going to hang it up. And to the disappointment of all his fans around the world, and especially to me, Tom Brady is retiring from the NFL. It is official. It's crazy, man. It certainly is crazy. Tom Brady is the only NFL jersey that I have. I have a Tom Brady 12 Patriots jersey. He's my favorite player. He's my favorite player of all time. He will always be my favorite player of all time. He's the reason why I like football. He's the reason why I like the Patriots. I don't know. I'm 22 years old. He's been the quarterback basically my entire life. He was the quarterback for 20 seasons. I've been alive 22 years. There's been 2 seasons in the NFL that he wasn't the quarterback that I've been alive. Actually, probably 3, because the 99 season, he wasn't in there. Then the 2000 season he was, but he wasn't the starting quarterback. You guys get it. There's not a whole lot of seasons in the NFL that I've been alive that Tom Brady wasn't the starting quarterback of the New England Patriots. So just think about that for a second. So it's a wild thing. I can't actually physically believe that it's possible that he's retiring. But I wish him all the best in retirement. Whatever he's going to do next. I know he's got a clothing line coming out, the Brady clothing line or whatever it is. I don't know if it's like sports clothes or athletic clothes or dress. I don't know what it is, but I know he's got that. He's got a bunch of stuff. He's obviously got the TB12 diet. He's got the TB12 brand that he's got to work on. So he's got a bunch of business ventures. He got commercials, Subway, the bed commercials, the car commercials. He's got all that stuff. So he's going to be fine. He's got plenty of money. You don't have to worry about that. It's just we don't get to see him step onto a football field every Sunday, and that kind of sucks. So I don't know, Patriots fan. I'm still gonna be a Patriots fan. Mac Jones forever. I hope. We'll see what happens, but yeah, it's not a very happy. I don't even know what kind of day it is. It's a no bones day, I guess. I feel numb. Like it's just. Like, I can't believe this is actually a thing that's happening. Like, can't believe this is actually a thing that physically we have to talk about. But, Brady, if you, for some reason, come across this video, I appreciate everything that you brought to the Patriots in your career. You will not be forgotten, or you will not be hated by anybody. And I just want to say that I love you, Brady. I do. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.